The Phoenix Suns are in trouble. It took 86 points from their two superstars, Kevin Durant and Devin Booker, to ultimately put this Denver Nuggets team away by 7 points. Last night they led by as many as 17, but through poor performances, poor shooting splits, and even some angry people such as DeAndre Ayton, this team, I think, is in a lot of trouble if it means that 86 points is the bare minimum for them to beat the Denver Nuggets. We got a lot to talk about in today's video, guys. So let's get started just talking about the Phoenix Suns. First and foremost, Devin Booker had a very brilliant night, not only on the offensive side of the ball, but just in all aspects of the game, really. He finished last night with 47 points. He shot 20 for 25 from the field, 5 for 8 from 3, and he scored his first 45 points without a single free throw attempt. He also dished out 9 assists and grabbed 6 rebounds, 3 steals, and a block. And something I really loved about this game was that he had 5 fouls for a majority of that fourth quarter, and I still got to watch him take a charge on Jamal Murray, I believe it was, or it might have been Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Regardless, he's just playing smart basketball on the biggest stage at the highest level. This Suns team would be 10 to 50 feet under if it weren't for the saving grace that Devin Booker has been. He has been dominating and killing everything in his sight on the scoring level this postseason. And really, there can't be enough great things said about him. Him just being the number one option on this team. I don't think any of us would have expected that Kevin Durant would ever be the number 2. I mean, when it depends how you feel about the Golden State team with Steph Curry, but I digress. Booker has clearly been the number 1 on this team. As for Kevin Durant last night, man, very, very interesting and polarizing game to say the least. At halftime, the Nuggets had 5 free throw attempts total, and Kevin Durant had 12. Kevin Durant shot 16 out of the 18 free throws for the Phoenix Suns tonight, and he shot a very, very poor 12 for 31 from the field and 1 for 5 from 3. However, he finished with 39 points, 8 assists, and 9 rebounds, and he also had 0 turnovers last night. Kevin, I just love to see that in a game like this where your back, if you're Phoenix, is really against the wall. You know, you lose this game at home, then you're down 3-0, and we obviously can't really name any teams that have come back from such a deficit. So with Chris Paul out, with DeAndre Ayton not playing that great, with your other superstar Devin Booker excelling all expectations, even though you're having an inefficient night, you remain consistent. You remain in attack mode, and that's what I just love to see out of Kevin last night. I think he did a really, really good job just getting to the basket, getting out and running in transition. I think this Phoenix Suns team did a great job at that, especially the guys off the bench. And even some of the guys like Campaign in the starting unit. It was just really great to see everyone capitalize on the speed that the Suns have over the Denver Nuggets. While the Nuggets obviously outbench them and their depth is much greater, it is just really, really great to see the Phoenix Suns actually get out and running. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. DeAndre Ayton leaves the game before it's even over because Coach Monty Williams opts to play Jacques Landale instead of him. Now, I've made a couple tweets about Jacques Landale in the last couple months. I think he's a tremendously talented NBA player. I think he dominates the offensive glass, and anytime he seemingly plays, he gives great minutes. It feels like the chemistry between him and Kevin Durant is really off the charts, and I think it's because Kevin respects his ability to, like I said, grab offensive rebounds. In last night's game, Jacques Landale had a plus 10 on the box plus minus, while DeAndre Ayton had a minus 4. You cannot be mad, even if you're making the crazy amount of money that you're making. You know, DeAndre Ayton just got that insane contract at the beginning of this season. You have to understand that a great NBA coach is going to play who's ready for the moment. In just 22 minutes, he came in last night. Jacques Landale did not miss a single shot. He grabbed 9 rebounds, got a steal, got a block, and he was just absolutely amazing in that role, especially when they needed it, because the Phoenix Suns got outscored by 13 points in the third quarter last night. They led by 15 going into the half, and then they were only up by 2 going into the fourth. Just a really, really tough situation for Ayton. I'm not going to say that I think Jacques Landale is going to start tomorrow, or I believe it's Sunday or Monday when they play next. Tomorrow is Sunday. But it's a very unfortunate situation for them. Last thing I want to say about the Phoenix Suns is Good job, I guess, from the bench tonight. Campaign in the starting nod, I would have liked him to be a little more efficient, but it's just really hard to say that the bench was productive when the two starters made up for 86 of your guys' points. But all in all, great win for Phoenix. Like I said, there's a ton of series left. You can never count a team out with Kevin Durant. I do think the Nuggets are still going to take this series, but there's a lot of ball to be played left. As for the Denver Nuggets, I'll try to keep this pretty short and sweet. Nikola Jokic, generational game. I mean, nobody has ever had a 30-15-15 game in the playoffs ever. And Nikola Jokic is the first to do so. So my hat is to you. Last night he finished with 30, 17, and 17. Shot 11 for 19 from the field. Shot 50% from the three. My apologies. He did turn the ball over quite a bit. That's not really something we see a lot with Jokic. Last night he finished with 6 turnovers, which is not really great at all, especially when you consider the fact that the Phoenix Suns only had 9 as a team, and the Denver Nuggets had 12 as a team. Just a very bad job taking care of the ball tonight from Denver. Michael Porter Jr., it was really great to see him actually knock some shots down tonight. He shot 60% from 3 on 10 attempts and finished with 21 points and 12 rebounds. I think we were all, waiting for that moment that Michael Porter Jr. was going to have himself a game. He's been pretty shaky this series and honestly the majority of the playoffs. Last night, if you're looking at the box score and see that Aaron Gordon goes 3 for 13 and 0 for 3 from three-point land and only finished with 9 points and 7 rebounds, you'd be like, wow, Aaron Gordon was a non-factor in this game. But truth to be told, he really never is. He does a great job defending. And honestly, most of those misses came in the first half. He does a great job defending. He's really great on the glass. And I love watching Murray and Jokic just find Aaron Gordon on mismatches and letting him take advantage of those. Aaron Gordon is just a very, very great player, and I think this team makes him an even better player. Last thing I want to say about the guys in the starting five, Jamal Murray, man, you said it yourself best in the post-game presser that this loss was on you. I mean, you looked extremely dead, extremely I don't want to say out of shape, because obviously these guys are in the top 1%, but I can't count. I would say you probably had as many misses in the fourth quarter as you had hands on your knees. Like, if you guys ever hoop or run around, and get tired and you put your hands on your knees and you're bent over and you just feel like you can't go on anymore. That's what Murray looked like in the fourth. And in that moment, you're gonna have to just let Jokic seize the moment. And maybe it's on Jokic for not seizing the moment and continuously giving you the ball. But last night in the fourth quarter, you were 1 for 9 from the field, and they needed you to get some big time shots. It's ironic because tonight he finishes with 32 points and seemingly was hitting all the shots except the big time shots. And then the other night against Phoenix in game 2, he cannot hit any of the shots except for the big time shots. So I don't know. Murray's just going to have to put this game behind him, focus on what's ahead in game 4. I do think it was really interesting that it was, like I said, it was a 2-point game going into the fourth quarter. And then Nikola Jokic sat for, I think it was 2 minutes and 9 seconds. And in those 2 minutes and 9 seconds, it went from a 2-point lead to an 11-point Phoenix lead. And, Nikola Jokic had to come back in right away. You're really wishing this guy could get more rest. But this team, it really does just gravitate around him, and I think that's why a lot of people, myself included, wanted him or believed that he was deserving of the MVP because he leads his team to wins. And without him, this team is not that great. Going forward for the Denver Nuggets, I hope KCP gets some better looks from 3. Hope Aaron Gordon steps it up on the efficiency-wise. Christian Braun, Bruce Brown, and Uncle Jeff Green. I was stuttering on his name. I hope they continue to give good production off the bench. But what do you guys think? Are the Phoenix Suns in trouble? The Denver Nuggets got this series in the bag? Let me know in the comments below. If you made it this far, I appreciate your support as always. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay happy, healthy, and blessed. Peace.